slowest American Desi Linden won the famed marathon with a time of 2:39 and 54 seconds. USA Today sports runners are bundled in layers, gloves, hats and jackets to repel the rain throughout a cold, wet and windy Boston Marathon on Monday. But the poor conditions also had an impact on the elite athletes. According to a report from the Oregonian, Galen Rupp, who was second in Boston last year, was forced to drop out of the race between miles 18 and 19. He was treated for symptoms of asthma and hypothermia, the report said. After she won the women's title, Desi Linden stood wrapped in several towels around her to fight the chill as she was being interviewed. She finished the race soaked through her black gloves, headband, black and gold Brooks jacket and shorts. Linden became the first American woman to win the race in 33 years, finishing in 2:39 and 54 seconds. It was 4 seconds faster than Sarah Sellers, who was second, but also the slowest time for a women's champion since 1978. Linden becomes first American woman to win Boston in 33 years. Shalane Flanagan predicts Desi Linden's Boston Marathon victory. Desi Linden shows incredible sportsmanship in marathon victory. Linden said she didn't think she'd make it after the early miles of the race and thought she might have to drop out. Ruben Sinca, an Olympic runner from Cape Verde, was among runners who said on Twitter that they had suffered from hypothermia. Sinca said he dropped out near the 30-kilometer mark, suffering. "I'm fine now, much thanks to random people in Newton who welcomed me into their home," he wrote. "Thank you all for the support. I unfortunately had to drop out near the 30 kilometers mark due to severe hypothermia. I'm fine now, much thanks to random people in Newton who welcomed me into their home and took care of me until the medics arrived." On to the next one, Ruben P. Sonsa, Cape Verde, at Ruben Sonka April 16, 2018. Thanks for all the well wishes. I unfortunately developed hypothermia mid-race. I'm okay, thank you. Worst weather I ever ran in. 2.55 finishing time. Derek Griffin, at Derek Griffin 86 April 16, 2018. I can't be upset. Left it all out there, to the point where I was rushed to the medical tent post-race for hypothermia, and that's all you can ask. Now, all eyes on Chicago and getting that USA Olympic Trials qualifier. Love you all. Jacob Majera, at _Bocage_ April 16, 2018. The Boston Marathon medical director says they are seeing hundreds of cases of hypothermia and other cold weather related issues. The drive says when runners stop running their core temperature drops quite precipitously. Robert Goulston, at Goulston April 16, 2018. At the start line Monday morning, the temperature was 39 degrees with a light rain and 15 miles/hour wind. It was just tough, it was so freezing, Marcel Haug of Switzerland said after winning his 5th men's wheelchair title. "I'm just very glad that I made it." Haug won in 1:46 and 26 seconds, the slowest winning time in the men's wheelchair race in 31 years. According to reports, organizers said this year's race was the coldest in 30 years. Race officials gave elite runners an extra tip just in case they decided to shed layers during the race. Contributing, Associated Press is made obvious, but this is the fewest spectators I can remember seeing during a Boston Marathon. And I don't blame them. It is foul out there. Jonathan Gault, at Gault 13, April 16, 2008.